Hello. Welcome to Adobe Flash ActionScript 3.0 for Flash CS5 and CS6. Today we'll be going on lesson 13, which is on printing and sending email with ActionScript 3.0. We will learn how to send email and learn how to do print jobs, as well as work together with a PHP script that will send receive email information from ActionScript. We'll send data from Flash to a PHP script using the URLVariables class, create new variables in the URLVariables instance, and as well as use the try and catch statement. Okay, so without further ado, we gotta just learn how to open up our lesson 13 start file over here. Okay, and with the first thing we'll do is learn how to use a mail link. Okay, so let's just observe our file in the meantime. You can see that there are actually 4 layers over here, five layers, and it's very simple. The first 2 are just color backgrounds and the text background just for decorative purposes. There's some static text here to give labels to our text fields over here. Now if we look at the text fields, you can see that I've been given different names. Sorry, this is not. So this is called the name underscore text. This is called email underscore text. This is called subject underscore text. And this is feedback underscore text. Now we have a few buttons here. There's a print button and the send button, and there's another link here, another text here that's we will call it simple email, and we're going to use it to send an email out. Okay. So let's just start by using this link over here, this text here, and we can actually create a link over here. And we just go over here. Okay, now this is here over here. We're just going to type this over here. We just got to do a simple mail to link. So we've got mail to nobody@nowhere.com, and we put a question mark to separate the email address with the subject. So we've got just type here subject equals to from lesson 13 link vodcast, and we just gotta put another and then we're going to separate this with the and to create another parameter. We say body is this is the message that was sent during the vodcast. Okay, so that's it. So we got to just do a save as, and we got to save it as a working copy. Okay, and we got to just control and test the movie. Okay, so very simple. Just got, oops. We just gonna open this one. Accidentally put it here. Okay, so we gotta just come over here, and we'll just click on this. And notice that it opens up my email client, and there it is. Nowhere. Okay, so that's a very simple way, and if you can see over here, when we do this, it follows just the same format as HTML mail to links. Okay, the next way is that we're going to be able to fill in this form and send it as an email. Now, in order to do that, we have to work together with a PHP link on our web page. So let's come over here, and we're going to open up this one, and then we're going to open up in Dreamweaver. I think it's already opened up. So over here, it's in Dreamweaver. Now, it's very simple. It just takes the various options here: post, subject, as subject, post, everything from, everything here, name, email, and this sets it up as headers into our email message, and then it just does a send with using all these variables over here. It's a very simple page. And if you look at our browser, I've actually uploaded it to my website over here, and you can get a free website, PHP website. If you go to this website, www.000webhost, and you can get free websites over here. So if you're interested in trying it out, get your own website here. I'm not going to leave this file here for you to use because unfortunately it can be used by spammers. So please, if you are trying it out, don't leave it inside your website at all, because if a spammer finds it, it can be used to relay email. Okay, so what we got to do is we got to just come over here and just go to our ActionScript. So just come over here and we got to just click here to open up our ActionScript panel, and we got to just type here var variables URLVariables equals to new URLVariables. Okay, var mail address URL request equals to new URL request, and we got put over here our website /email.php. Okay, so other than this, what else we gonna do? Okay, we gotta come over to the send mail, and notice there's a send button here by this instance name. So we gotta come back over here, and we gotta create an event listener. On submit. Okay, and you just gotta create the function here, function on submit mouse event, and the return type is void. Okay, and inside here what we'll do is that we'll take the variables, and we gotta set the variables here, variables.sName equals to name underscore text dot text, variables as email equals to email underscore text dot text, variables dot as subject equals to subject underscore text dot text, and finally variables dot as message equals to variables dot as name plus has sent this note and that's it. So basically it just takes the value of whatever text that is inside all of these text fields, and it just takes it and puts it inside this variables or URLVariables object. Now sname, semail, subject are not created, and because JavaScript and ActionScript are both descended from ECMAScript, and they are dynamic languages in the sense that if there is a if it cannot find this variable, it will actually create it for you actually. So if you want to find out more about the URLVariables, just do a view help. So another thing that you should do is that always, if you're not sure about all different objects, you can always go to the help function and highlight the keyword, and then actually go search on the internet to tell more about different objects. If you don't, different objects and its methods and its all the different properties that it has. Okay, so over here you can see all the different properties here. So it's method, variables, and there are different properties they can add to it. Okay, notice that as message as variable, so it tells you how to create this variable, and you can create and add any variable to it. So you can say example, session ID example, any name that you want to put inside the class. So I should sname, semail, subject. Okay, so next thing is that we got to set the mail address to mail the HTTP mail address where we got send our data. Okay, and we got set the method over here to post. And there's one thing we forgot over here, which is to okay, no, sorry, which is to finally send it. Okay, so that's sent to URL mail address. And one more thing, which is set the feedback text box to say your mail has been sent. Okay, so that's it. So let's just test it out. So I'm going to just send it to my Gmail account. Oops, I'm sorry. And okay, so that's it. And I just got to click here and send email, and it says your mail has been sent. Now don't worry about these errors, because it just means that because I use the tab key to switch between the tabs, and there's no key configured. So let's go to our Google Chrome, and I'm just going to check my inbox, and there it is. There's the email. So this is a text sent that I typed during my broadcast at 3:27 p.m. So that's how you send email using a PHP file and just a very few variables, just a few lines of code. Very simple. So the next one is to learn how to do printing. Now, how do we add print? Now, there's this thing called the PrintJob class. Okay, the PrintJob class allows us to print, and what happens is that you just have to create a PrintJob class and add a sprite to it, and just call the start method. And then from then on, it'll pass it on to the operating system to print it out. And after we call the start method, it will return true if it confirms the printing, else it will return false. Now you can send anything to the printer, including a sprite or a movie clip, and you can add as many pages as you like to the PrintJob by calling it multiple times. And you can control properties of the PrintJob, like what to print and how to print it, the height, the page, the width, and all they will do is call the send method. Okay, just let's talk in more action. So over here, so now we got to do printing. So say print button dot add event listener, mouse event dot click on print, and of course we got to create the on print method function. Okay, so now inside here we got just to prove it, we got just put the date. So over here we got to say var now date, puts the new date. So now the date class allows us to print the date and the time in any format. Likewise, just take the default values. trace now. So let's run it again one more time. So notice now if I click in this, it actually prints out the date over here. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, so there it is. So what we've got to do next is that we got to put it into part of our email, our print job, to show how it's gonna print. So I'm just gonna comment this out so that it's not gonna be shown, and we're gonna say create our text, which is var node string equals to name underscore text equals plus has sent this note on plus now this casting is called casting, which converts the now variable, which is a type date, into a string. Okay, and we got to add in the text of our note. Okay, and the next one is that what we got to do next is that we are going to create a print job. And we got to create a conditional statement now. This is how we got to do it. We got to type in print note, and then we got to do a start. Okay, so now if it returns true, that means it was sent to the printer. If not false, then well, it wasn't. There's no confirmation that you wanted to print it. So, however, the problem with printing is this: there are so many errors that could happen. For example, it could run out of paper, it could run out of toner. So in order to catch any errors, we need to use this thing called a try-catch statement. So we come here, try, and then we've got to catch any errors that occur, because we don't know when it will occur, we don't know which part of the line will occur, but if it does occur, we'll jump to this section. So this is called a try-catch statement here. Okay, so next is we got to put here page sprite, new sprite, var note text field equals to new text field. And we got to set the values here. Width equals to print note dot paper width, and we've got to set the height as well. And one more thing here is to set word wrap on, in case it is overflows the bounds of the page. And over here, finally, we've got to set the text. Okay. So over here, we've got to take this text and then put it inside this text field here. So what else must we do? Okay, hold on, I'm just gonna delete this line over here. Okay, so now we got to set the values here, and finally, okay, so let's go. Set up. Actually, I could even move this one over here, so it makes it much more easier to see. We'll add it to our page, and page sprite dot add child note text. Finally, we gotta put it into our print job. And that's it. And then here we got to do a trace statement just in case there was any error. So we just gonna print it out in our output. So now that we've done this, right? Okay, fine. We're gonna try, and again we get everything. We'll be able to set all the different variables of our printer. So just what we're gonna do now is just do a send to the printer. And then we move the page sprite from our code here. And that's it. So this is our code. And what we're going to do is just do a test over here. So I'm just going to print this out. Test, 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 test. And you guys just put some text over here. I'm going to print it out. I'm going to send it to my printer over here. Click OK. And let's do a whole print. Okay, so I'm just going to print it out. Oops. And there it is. It's printed out. So, okay, so now I'm going to go to the printer and then I'm going to show you the print job. Okay, so now here in the printer room right now. So I'm just going to come here to the printer and print it out. So notice, okay, it's actually here in my job, print jobs here. I can just choose to print out. Lesson 13 and just print it out. Okay, so and it comes out right now. And as you can see, there it is. That's what we typed in just now. So that's it. So thank you very much for following the lesson. It's a very short lesson today. We just show you how easy it is to send an email and to print from Adobe Flash. So you can try to do things like, for example, add text fields to the screen. You can study more methods of the date class and study parameters of the add page method of print job to find out more about how the print job is made. So if you come over here, notice this is my help. So you can come over here, I can just look for print job and find out more about how to format the text in my print job or various settings. So over here, and here it is. So you can see all sorts of different properties that can set printable area, find out what's a printable area, add page, show page, whatever. So it sends a sprite object, a single page to the print spooler, that sort of thing. So thank you very much for following me all the way to the end of this lesson, and see you in the next lesson.